basketball fans, it's that time again, of course. This is the Hangout, Canada's home for talking hoops, but this is a very special Hangout. I'm dubbing this the DMV edition. We've got some very special guests, so without any further ado, I welcome you to the Hangout featuring Greivis Vasquez of the Toronto Raptors and my namesake, the Crime Stopper, Aquille Carr, straight out of P-More, and of course, a fellow DMV alumnus. He went to Virginia, don't forget about it. That's Dan Gladman, producer of the Toronto Raptors broadcast. Thanks for coming out.
Awesome.
All right, first things first, let's get into it. Greivis, you're here. We have an opportunity to chat with you, but when I told people that you were going to be on the show, the first thing everyone wanted to ask was, why do you love Toronto so much? Because you ooze a genuine passion and concern for this.
Well, I think Toronto is a unique city. Toronto to me, it's a mini New York, much cleaner with nicer people. Nothing against New York. I love New York. But I think Toronto is the perfect spot for a player to play at. I mean, if you're talking about restaurants, it's very diverse.
Yes.
If you go to a Venezuelan restaurant, you're gonna feel like you're in Caracas.
Yeah,
city.
It's authentic.
It's authentic. If you go to a Greek restaurant, you feel like you're in Greece.
I'm from Greektown, man, so I know.
So like you got different options in here. So to me, why not be here? I mean, this is the city, and now that we're winning, we're really making an unbelievable atmosphere around Toronto.
Speaking of that atmosphere, I want to ask you about the We the North movement, because I mean, a lot of teams have slogans, and things that they try to push out there, but you guys have really rolled with that.
I think we got the best one in the league, and a lot of teams probably are copying our style. I mean, I say this in a humble way, just because it just fit us perfectly. If you don't consider the North, I don't know what it is, but like we are in. We're the North, and then we might be outsiders, but we're in.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, it's not a state team.
Yep.
We all over here in Canada, but we're winning a lot of games. We're making a statement throughout the whole league.
Yes.
And the way we utilize with the North is just, it's just really unique. I mean, it's something different that everybody else is doing. I think with the North, the way we play, like our gym, the ACC, it's just a different type. Like it's a party. It's very entertainment.
The ACC rocks.
It rocks. I mean, we won a game against Memphis, and it was our fans. Unbelievable. Marc Gasol had 2 free throws. He missed both free throws, and I believe it was our fans. They were loud.
Yeah.
So like our fans play a huge role in our games, and that's Toronto. That's Toronto right there. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you want to come here?
Well, hey, listen, we love you, and we're thankful to have you here. Another guy we're thankful to have, of course, playing in the NBL, Aquille Carr, the Crime Stopper. Now, for those who don't know, tell us the origins of the greatest nickname in sports.
Oh, the Crime Stopper, I got the nickname when I was in the 10th grade. I mean, we played the game against Baltimore City College. It was like a big game, like all around the whole city. So, I mean, everybody came to the game. And like I showed up, so after the game, they was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna call him the Crime Stopper because there was no more crime. I mean, all the crime got shut down."
When Aquille Carr is playing basketball, the thugs stop and watch. I love that. It's a great story.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
No, another thing I want to talk to you about, of course, your journey. You've had a very interesting journey to being a professional basketball player. You spent time in the D-League. You spent time in China, of all places, playing professional basketball. Now you find yourself in New Brunswick. What was interesting about the opportunity to play in the NBL for you?
Well, it's just God's plan, like, first off, like, but it's just great being a professional, like, getting all the opportunities to play on this many teams or going across this country to play, just putting on for my city, just trying to show them, like, I'm not just trying to stay in the city. I mean, it's been a great transition to me to come to New Brunswick because, I mean, I'm getting my head straight, away from home, so it's always best when you're away from home, but, I mean, I love it to death, so, I mean, it just helped me out.
All right, so you talked about being away from home, but, I mean, home has a lot of significant basketball history. Dan, for you, for both of you guys, I mean, we're talking about the DMV, talking about the best basketball players to come out of the DMV. If you just look at that list, of course, Kevin Durant pops out, Grant Hill, Ty Lawson, but I'll start with you, Aquille. Actually, no, Dan, let's get you to chime in here. Okay. Who is your favorite all-time DMV player to play in high school? We know Grant Hill's not from the DMV, but he did play his high school ball there.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at that list, and I'm a bit older than you guys, so Grant Hill's the one who pops up for me, and he was kind of that first player from that Virginia area who a lot of people were talking about in the early 90s, and he went to Duke, and he was part of those championship teams with Christian Laettner. Duke was not my favorite team by any stretch of the imagination, but you had to really respect what he was accomplishing coming out, even as a high school player back then. He was already setting the United States on fire with his play.
Aquille, you are some people's favorite DMV street baller of all time. Is there anyone you want to give a special nod to?
I mean, not really.
No.
I mean, I just look at myself a lot, like not being conceited or anything, but like just being humble, just learning from myself, going to watch other players like not from my city, like just checking out people from West Coast.
Yep.
Like yeah, just.
Who's the one guy that impresses you then? Like who do you look at their game like, damn, son, it's nice.
I got a lot of people that impress me. I mean, a lot of guards, the little guards.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas.
Love his game.
Yeah, like Eric Bledsoe.
Yes.
Yeah, like.
Very much, very much. And for you, Greivis, who's your standout?
Well, from the DMV, I love KD, man. Kevin Durant. You know, we went to high school together, and I know his real story. You know, how he grew up and the things that he went through, and you know, when our senior year in high school, how hard we worked. You know, we used to come to the gym like 6:30, 6:45, get like a 30-minute workout so we can make our first period. And we did it almost the whole year, so that was an amazing experience for me, because you know, I came from a different country. I really didn't know nobody. That's the reason. To me, that was the biggest reason for me to make it what I'm at right now. You know, I made it here just because I came here with a purpose. I never waste any time. And I was just always focused on what I wanted to do, and it was, you know, not only playing the NBA, but also get an education. So I reached out to all those goals that I wanted. Now, you know, obviously you want to win a championship, and you always got to fall back on the fundamentals, like what got me here, and his work ethic. It reminds. It just motivated me how hard KD works, because you know, he did it when I was with him.
Props to the MVP.
And he's still doing it right now, and how humble. I don't know if you guys. I mean, I was watching the MVP speech when he won the MVP, and then, you know, I teared down, man. I was like, wow, because I was there.
Yeah, you see the work.
For the beginning, so.
Did you even know at high school that obviously he was going to be a great player, but that he would be literally one of the 1 or 2 best players in the world?
You know what? I didn't know basketball as much as I know right now, but now that I have a little knowledge, I believe, you know, I wouldn't have any doubt, because his work ethic and how humble he is. You know, I think the off-the-court stuff is really important for a pro player to succeed. You know, it's cool. You know, we on NBATV right now. We're doing, you know, you've been in a lot of newspapers, magazines, and all that stuff, and that really, fans don't really get to see what's really going on outside that. You know, behind the cameras, and sometimes, you know, I haven't seen my family for like 2 months.
Damn, that's a long time.
Yeah,
long time.
A little less than 2 months. So I imagine I haven't seen my son. How hard is that for me? But I still got to go out there and perform.
Well, hey,
you know?
that's part of the job, man.
That's part of the job. So like, fans, you know, they got to understand this is not an easy job. You come in, you know, you're representing your city. Yeah, you might think it's good to be out of your city, but you always want to be in your territory. You want to be with the people that really love you and care about you. So, you know, when you go back, you feel that love. Like they following
hey,
what
listen,
you're doing.
We got mad love for you, but we got to go to break.
No
And we'll
problem.
get more on the other side of the break. I just want to quickly shout out Sam Cassell, because, I mean, I get bucks like Milwaukee, because like Sam, I can
Be more, huh?
One of my favorite Be More guys. But on the other side of the break, Vince Carter was back in the house that Mr. Air Canada built.